What's up, everybody? I'm Lockouts, and in this video, we just picked up the Corsair HS45 Surround. It's powered by iQ. Since I have a full Corsair ecosystem and peripherals and everything else like that, I wanted to upgrade from my Razer Kraken headset. And I was gonna go with a full studio, like Sennheiser headset, and I was like, I already have Corsair, everything else, so let's just pick up a Corsair headset and we're gonna review it and see if we like it, and we're gonna let you guys know right now. Check this out.
Won't you do a favor for me? Take your mouse and click the button. Won't you subscribe to me? Lockouts providing the content that you see. I'm visually stimulating your mind 1 minute at a time.
All right, so let's just open this up and see what's in it. Make sure we get the Razer stuff out of the back so that you don't see that. All right, so in the box we have warranty guide, we have HS45 Surround, and then you have the set itself, and you know Corsair's over packaging. That's what they're marvelous at. So it looks like these are actually pushed down into place in here, these brackets. They just pop right out. And then in your centerpiece, you have, this is the detachable mic right here. And then you have a 7.1 USB connector. This is also how you're probably going to sync this with iQ. And then on this side, you have a standard 3.5-inch jack. It is also headphone and microphone all built into it. And it comes with a little rubber wire on it. The actual headphones themselves, plastic wrapped right here. They're not very heavy. A plush memory foam on the inside. And the reason why I got these versus the HS60, the reason why I picked up the 45 is because the 60s have leather around the outside of them right here, and if you're playing on a warm day, or if you're getting hot and sweaty or whatever it is that you're doing and you're warm, you'll start sweating and the leather then starts to slide down your face. And when the leather starts to deteriorate, as you can see on these Razers here, I've had these for about 2 years now. These ones, they've been through the ringer with me. I've had these guys for a long time and they're still holding up strong. So this is what the leather cuff, actually these twist off, so this is what the leather cuffs on the Razer edition actually starts happening, as they start to fall apart. And then these pieces, as they break off, start to stick to your ear. And nobody wants that, so I've had these for a long time. I definitely was due for an upgrade, so here we are. And man, these things are whooped. I've had these guys for a long time. They are a lot lighter than the Krakens that I have. So here's a side-by-side comparison, one on top of the other. They both have 50mm drivers. This one here is a lot lighter weight than the Razer Kraken actually is. Now, the Razers actually plug directly into my microphone, my Yeti, so that I'm able to monitor my voice. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this up. So even if I don't want to sync this with Corsair and iQ and get the lighting to sync, I can still plug this directly into a splitter and plug this right into my microphone. That way I can only monitor the audio output, because I do not need the microphone itself. So let's plug these in and see what they're like. So this right here is the front of the headset. Actually, this will be the left-hand side. There's a little rubber stopper right here. You would pull this out, and the microphone is right here. So we'll open up the microphone, and here's what the microphone itself looks like right here. And then the microphone has a little groove that you can see that's right here on the bottom of it. As you guys, let me see if I can get that in focus for you. So as you guys can see right here, there is actually a little groove that's on the top of this. It's a little slider point right there, as you guys can see. And that right there is going to fit directly into the port right here. And you guys can see what that port looks like. So there's no misrepresentation for how you're actually going to plug the microphone in. So it'll fit right into its own little slot, and then you'll plug it in just like this. Voila. And then you have a microphone attached to your headset if you want to use it. I would recommend definitely never using this unless you absolutely have to, but if you have to, you know, go right ahead. I'm definitely not going to do a microphone review on this because anything that is a gaming headset, guys, is marketed to you as a gaming headset because it has strictly a microphone on it. You're going to get better build quality out of anything that is strictly for music. But that's not the review or the case of this, so you're not going to hear the microphone in this review. So I'm plugging it. And then on the back, on this side right here, you have an on and off button. You have an up and down switch for volume that is actually directly controlled right on the back of this. So there is no inline controller like what is on the Kraken right here. And this is all the time swinging around, and then I have to turn it up and turn it down, or it'll hit my shirt and get turned down a little bit. And then I got to take my hand off to the keyboard and then turn it back up. And this ends up becoming a nuisance. And after having this for nearly 2 years or 2 years, however long I've had these, going to these and having everything on the back of the headset is going to be a godsend, especially with the detachable mic. I really like that. There's no extra weight on there from the microphone itself. And then on the top of it, there's a nice little cushion headset right here. And they feel very nice compared to right here. Another reason that we picked these up is they do not twist. There is no twist back and forth. So this will fit comfortably directly onto your head, and there's no twist and no give to these. All right, so finishing this up real quick. This is the USB dongle right here. This is so you could activate 7.1 surround sound, also so that you could have equalizer control within your IQ software. This is what it does. You plug this into this, bada boom, bada bing. This plugs into here. Just listening to music and stuff like that, that is comparable to the Razer Krakens that I have right here. There is a lot more bass, and it is a hell of a lot more pronounced, and it really, I mean, I've got preamps on these and stuff, and I get a lot more bass out of this, but the mids and the highs are a lot muddier. And these set of headphones right here, the bass is not as pronounced. It's more clear. It's not as muddy, and you don't get that real boomy, bassy feeling. So if you wanted like subs to be slapping that's in your ears, you're not going to get that with these. What you are going to get is a very clean mid and a very clean high sound. So where it would excel at, it actually would be gaming. So if you're listening for like footsteps and shooters and that kind of thing, that's what these would be good for. If you were listening to music here and there or something like that, they would be okay for that. If you do a mixture of like audio editing along with like your video editing and stuff like that, these could be okay with that. the problem being is that the mids are, I mean, the lows are not as pronounced as what the mid tones are. So again, you know, if you're going to do audio editing or something like that, you're probably going to want to go with a studio pair versus a gaming set. Anyways, again, a gaming set is all marketed for you because they have that inline microphone, which is going to be this detachable microphone that is right here. I will say this: they're lightweight, they're very comfortable, they're an entry level gaming headset. So there is no RGB, there is no lighting effect, they're just clean. They're very lightweight. They're a lot lighter. They're probably half the weight of what these Razer Kraken tournament editions are. But again, they're not, you don't have that real pronounced bass. And I like when things are blowing up in my video games, or if I'm listening to a lot of hip hop, which is the majority of what I stuff, I like my bass to really slap, and you're not going to get that out of this. But you are going to get really clean mids and really clean highs compared to the Razer Krakens, where these muddy out in the mids and highs. These are clearer, and where this is muddying out in the bass, this right here is a lot more pronounced and a lot more boomy bass. I would actually go as far to say that because this doesn't have as much low end, that it makes the mids and the highs a lot cleaner, and because this has a lot more low end in it, the mids and the highs are not as clear. So, you know, between the two of them, that's going to be your trade-off. So again, you know, if you're looking for something that's lightweight, you're not going to sweat, and it's not going to, you know, run down your face. This is going to be something that you're going to be able to wear. It's definitely comfortable. I can't really tell compared to what these are. They're a lot more comfortable than what the Razer Kraken edition is. But again, you know, if you're going for that boomy, bassy feeling, you're not going to get that out of this. You're going to get more of a clean feeling. So depending on the type of guy that you are, if you're a rock listener, you know, a country listener, or just somebody that's just gaming in general, this is going to be an amazing set of headphones for you. If you want that boomy slapping bass that really, you know, when something blows up, it's all in your ears, you're not going to get that out of this set. So this is my review of the HS45 Surround with the IQ Corsair control. The only thing that this is going to give you guys is an IQ with 5 different presets, or 7 different IQ settings, so that you can, you know, adjust the mids, the bass, and the highs that's in it. And again, with everything all adjusted and the bass all turned up, the only thing that starts to do is muddy out the mids then, because you're trying to push more low end in it than with these drivers. Even though they're 50 mil drivers, they're not as powerful slapping bass as what the 50 mils are that are in this. So this is the Corsair H45 Surround sound. If this has helped you guys out to try to make a decision whether or not you guys are going to buy these, definitely help me out. Click all the buttons, like, follow, subscribe. I'm Lockouts. This is the HS45. Peace.
Won't you do a favor for me? Take your mouse and click the button. Won't you subscribe to me? Lockouts providing the content that you see. I'm visually stimulating your mind 1 minute at a time.